real Miami
Vandross
history.
and Brian McKnight.
Luther Vandross and Brian McKnight. What the fuck you got going on, man? Hey boy, you was a disrespectful
Luther, right?
Motherfucker. Matter of fact, let me show you what I got on.
Oh,
This
okay.
is them.
Okay.
My bad.
Okay. Let me give you a little history, motherfucker. It's a place called the Hampton House in Miami, Florida. That housed Malcolm X. If he had stayed here, he would have never died. But that's another thing. It's a place called the Hampton House with Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, and what's the nigga who's saying? It's been
Jim Brown. No, Sam Cooke.
Them niggas used to stay in the Hampton House. That shit is in my neighborhood. It's right off of 46. I'm from the 40s, Miami.
Yeah, they made
legendary. Legendary.
You know
and
what I'm saying?
Still there. It's still there right now today. I'll take you the next time your black ass come.
Nigga, I don't want to go to nigga. When I come to Miami again, I'm trying to go to a whole house. No, I'm just
Yeah. Don't be capping to the people, man. It's been capping in the news all week. Every time I say let's go to the strip club, I don't do no strip club.
No. There's a difference between a strip club and a whorehouse. See, a strip club, the money never stops. You just keep throwing money. A whorehouse, you negotiate a fee for a certain amount of time. You do what you're going to do, and you get the fuck up.
That's the problem. The strip club, you turn the strip club into the whole house. That's what the rooms in the back is for. You'll never do that. And you know how much money you're going to spend before you turn the strip club into the whole house? You go to the right strip club. That's why you can't go with a tourist. You can't be a tourist showing the tourists around. You plug in and you go to where you need to go.
Listen, I don't go to whorehouses anymore. Let me just clear that up. But I'm not trying to go to a strip club called the Bullet Wound. Okay? I'm not trying to go to the Bullet Wound, the period mark, the shit stain.
Dog, you be disrespecting Miami. When girls were still wearing fucking pasties on their titties and shit, we was looking at pussy in Miami.
That's weird, Rob.
In 1997, the first time I went in the strip club, I went into the strip club in Miami, VIP on 79th and 7th. When I walked in, the girl had her leg to her forehead. Pussy. When I walked in, I was 16. No, I was 14. I was born in 83.
Listen.
I was 14. When I went to Atlanta, they gave me some bullshit. Atlanta later.
I don't like butt naked strippers.
That's the only thing I know.
Butt naked strippers, yeah. Yo, honestly, I've never been to Miami. The only reason I've never been to Miami because that's the starter kit for New York niggas to go to Miami. So I've never been to Miami. That's the starter trip. Like everybody in New York, that's their starter trip is Miami. Well, but I'm gonna go.
Well, you know what?
Probably this winter.
Right.
But
you're right.
The best strippers I've ever seen was in Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? I lived in Cali.
In today's economy and climate, I think so. You might be right.
Houston, Texas, man. They
one thing when you come to Miami, they showing pussy.
Yeah, they doing that in Houston too.
Into the debauchery, we have a special guest tonight. And let me just set this up, man. This guy right here is a brilliant guy. He's articulate, righteous brother with a perspective that's very rare in this world. You know, this dude hails from Brooklyn, Biggie Town, Jay-Z Town. And I met this dude. He was solid from day one, and he's been solid since, man. He was my trainer at one of my best jobs I ever had in my life. Where we used to just take people money all motherfucking day. We used to get drunk at our desk. We used to fuck bitches. We used to run around. We was out of control, making a lot of money. So without further ado, this is my brother, my dark-skinned brother in arms, my brother, Mr. Rob Watson. Let me get a round of applause. A real round of applause for my bro Rob.
Thank you. I appreciate the kind words.
Thank you, man. It's our pleasure, really, to have you on this show, man. And the title of our show is called The Game Show. And this is called God Allows Man Elevation. And we believe that through knowing who you are, knowing the God within you, you're allowed a certain elevation. You're not dumb, deaf, and blind. You know what I'm saying? I speak a lot of 5% things on this show because that's within my soul, and also speak a lot of ratchet shit too. So without any further ado, Rob, man, just tell us, where they can find you at. A little bit about yourself, man. I ain't say it all, but a little bit about yourself, brother.
Yeah, Rob Blackstorm. You know me as Rob, my government. We work together. I'm just a brother from the hood, man, who read some books and applied the knowledge that I've learned. And I'm just a seeker of the truth, man. And when I see the truth and seek it, I apply it. I've been in various walks of life, as far as 5% Nation, just like you, a God's and Earth. So peace to the God. Um, studying Kemetic mythology, Gnosticism, uh, even the so-called occult arts, voodoo, candomblé, Ifa, Yoruba traditions, and I just amalgamate all these arts into my life, and I like to do ratchet things too, So I'm not one dimensional. I try not to put myself in a box, in a quote unquote hotep conscious box. I'm not that. I'll be in a party with you. I'll be with a coworker. I have friends who don't. They know I'm unapologetic about who I am, what I'm studying, and my main objective in life, which is to be one with the divine, or to be centered, heart centered with God. But if I'm with you and you're not down with that, we still gonna have a good time. We still gonna have fun. We still gonna enjoy ourselves. And I have friends from all walks of life. Those that are, for lack of a better term, woke. I have those that are asleep. I have those that are in the middle. I have those that want to learn. And my job, or my mission, or my purpose is just to help raise the vibration of the planet in whatever shape, form that is. So that's who I am. You can find me at Rob Blackstorm. The name is right there. On YouTube, on Instagram, and on Facebook. Yeah.
That's what it is, man. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode, man. And you definitely been my friend, so I know you're a friend to the room anytime. And man, this is a great time to
Hold
be alive.
on. Hold on. Can I ask a question? I'm glad we have some conscious brothers in the building. I don't know. I think we kind of connected with this situation. My bad. This shit was not on the spreadsheet, but I'm pretty sure y'all heard about it. How do y'all feel about brother Polite?
Oh, that's
Oh
Rob
boy.
boy. That is his name. Rob, go in on this nigga, yo. I know
Nah,
that's your
that's
nigga.
not
For some
Baltimore.
reason,
That's not
I feel
Baltimore.
like you know this nigga. Yeah, he from Brooklyn.
And I
I do
heard
not
about it,
know
and I
Brother
heard about it
Polite.
because he actually got cased up down here, so that shit was on the news in Miami.
Yeah. How do I feel about Brother Polite? Well, I think Brother Polite, shit, is, let's just be real, keep it real. I keep it real, keep it raw. I think he's a scammer. I think he's a modern day
Oh shit.
preacher. He has a lot of knowledge. A lot of these so-called brothers, right, and so-called sisters that are of melanated hue, they have a preacher mentality, and a lot of them,
Damn.
unbeknownst to many people, they have photographic memories. There's a lot of us that are talented and geniuses and have photographic memories based on, our melanated hue. We're able to absorb light and convert it to energy very fast. How do you think somebody like a Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles, these people that are blind but could play the piano and play these various instruments, it's because of the innate powers that we have. So I say all that to double back to Brother Polite. I think he's a brother, and I've met brothers with photographic memories. I had a brother who
Yeah,
was a
yeah, yeah.
genius, man. I'd bring him books. We would play chess, and I'd bring him books, and the next day he'd just be telling me about the book. And I was enamored, right? And he would never really tell me. And then one day we got so cool that he finally broke it down. He was like, "Bro, I got a photographic memory, so when I read something, I just retain it real quick." So everybody thinks I'm a genius. And the reason it would bug me out because he had all these vices. You know what I'm saying? He would smoke like 2 packs of cigarettes a day. He would drink like a fish at night. You know what I'm saying? He was a whoremonger. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing righteous about him. You know what I'm saying? In real life. But when you talk, like if he was on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, right now, like I've been looking for him on YouTube. I haven't seen him. But if he was on, he was a little older, so he might be here, might have went to the Essence. But this was prior to YouTube blowing up when I knew him. It was the '90s. So when he told me that, like it changed my perspective about speakers and people that were highly intelligent and people that kick knowledge. So I think that's what Brother Polite is. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he's not dropping knowledge and he doesn't know what he's talking about. I think he does. But when he's talking about fixing your credit, and all that shit, and give me 2,000 for this, and putting girls up on his Instagram page and shit like that, and all that weirdo shit he be doing. And I think he touched that girl. To be honest, I think he did it.
Hell yeah! Hold on. Hell yeah! Did you hear the evidence? Didn't she have saliva? Didn't he have her saliva on his dick? Come on. How does saliva?
And there's video evidence. There's a video of him talking about, because he's like a Dr. Yorkite. Dr. York was a prophet out here in Brooklyn.
Hey, yo, relax. So wait, relax with the comparison to Dr. Malachi York.
He's a Yorkite. He's from that tree. I'm just saying.
He's a bay? He's a bay?
No, but
he's
he had video evidence where he was saying on a video to a brother that said that Dr. York touched him. He said, well, if Dr. York did touch him or not, does that not make him a prophet? So when you say something like that, I still can't denounce
him as being my most high.
Exactly.
Those was his exact words.
Hold on. Because there's a nigga up here in the Bronx, that's from the Bronx River to be exact, that Africa Bambaataa touched his whole booty, threw his glizzy all in his mouth. He didn't, and he's supposed to be a tough guy, and he hasn't shot Africa Bambaataa. He hasn't broken his leg. He hasn't hooked off on Africa Bambaataa, and Bambaataa threw his glizzy in this dude's mouth a few times. But even though Africa Bambaataa is a known rapist and pedophile, does that really take away his contribution to what hip hop is? We gotta be real.
I never heard those stories. We gonna have to put
Where have you been?
Aside. I mean, I've been in Miami. Niggas don't be talking about Africa Bambaataa, dog.
Yeah, like y'all don't be talking about niggas with lyrics. Like y'all run around listening to
who we listen to? Who we listen to?
Rob?
No, I'm saying, dog, we get on this every episode. I put the post up on my page, and nobody agreed with Bootsy when he said real niggas in the South got me over whole. Nobody agrees with that.
Nobody agrees.
I believe
it. But I lived in the South. I lived in the South, so I know that to be inaccurate. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas was listening to some gangster shit. Nah. Go ahead. I'm talking shit.
No, I was just gonna say I was raised in Houston, partially growing up, so they wasn't really listening to Jay-Z when I was there. Like they would listen to Too Short. You know what I'm saying?
Give us a time frame. Give us some years you was there. What year?
This is kind of like around the time Jay-Z did Reasonable Doubt.
Oh, so you was there in '96.
Ghetto Boys,
like in '96.
Yeah. Ghetto Boys and Scarface. You know what I'm saying?
Big UGK, Chopping School.
Right. See, they ain't fucking with. They wasn't fucking with Jay-Z.
Shout out to DJ Screw. They was even fucking with Little Flip.
Houston is a whole that third coast. That shit is like a whole nother dimension, because in Miami, I ain't gonna say it took me a while before I heard his Brooklyn Finest and the real friend of foe, the gems. But when he dropped that y'all make a shirt turn gold when the weather folds, just put away the leather and put ice on it. Hey, niggas was bumping that. Miami gangsters was bumping that shit.
Don't stop. That's what y'all was playing. Poison Clan, nigga.
In 90, when Reasonable Doubt came out, niggas wasn't bumping that shit. Niggas was bumping Pop. Niggas was bumping Scarface, that last of a dying breed. Niggas was bumping that shit. Niggas was bumping 8 Ball and MJG.
Space Age Pimpin'.
It was written, I ain't gonna lie, it was written, had this city on fire. I was hearing that in every box Chevy that rolled by. Fake thug, no love, you get the slug. See before gusto, relucto. You didn't know till I was drunk, though. The freak niggas played out. Get fucked the 8 out. Prostitute turn bitch, I got the gauge out. That's how they were saying it.
Why do people shit on that album? I don't understand why people shit on that album. To me, personally, that album was better than Illmatic.
I think
Facts. Illmatic was only 9 songs.
Best album. That's Nas's best album. It was written. I don't care what nobody says.
Hey, listen.
No, it's not.
Story.
The best album he ever made was Magic.
Hey, true story, right? I had an older older OG homeboy, guess what song he used to bump off the album? The only song, and it was a tape. He back in the he had the
Black
knock
Girl,
in there.
Black Girl Lost.
Listen. Gangsta nigga. That's all he was bumping. Pretty baby, listen. I'm like, yo, is this Casey from JoJo? He said, look at the tape, man. I'm driving. I had pulled the cover. I'm like, it don't say so. It don't say featuring Casey and JoJo, but I guess if you know, you know.
No, it wasn't Casey and JoJo. It was just
absolutely.
JoJo.
Oh, it was just JoJo. Oh, yeah. You're right.
Right, bro.
I never knew that. I just
it's hard to say Casey without JoJo.
No, but
because he's not on the credits. You had to read, I didn't know that. You had to read the credits like where it says additional vocals by
because when I was a fan, I actually bought tapes. Remember buying the tape, Rob? And you go open that bitch up this way, and you ain't have nothing else to do but sit there and read. Be like, oh shit, we knew the engineers to niggas' album, so.
And the I Am tape had the lyrics. It had all the lyrics in the I Am tape, so it was a big fold out. I remember that shit. I bought the tape. I remember that.
That shit was slept on too because that Undying Love, that shit fucked my world up.
Second Childhood. Come on. But I tell you this.
Guess who else he had on the album?
Genuine.
Nah, Genuine wasn't on that album.
Nah, that's the I Am.
Scarface.
Yeah.
Scarface, nigga.
A favor for a favor.
Yeah, that's the I Am too.
Absolutely.
And he had DMX on there too.
Absolutely. Oh, that was after Belly came out. Oh yeah. He was really nasty then.
Yeah.
That was
nasty with the capital N.
I'm gonna put this on y'all Southern niggas. You know who saved Southern niggas? It was two things that saved Southern niggas, yo. Scarface and Outkast. If Scarface and Outkast hadn't hit, Scarface was the first Southern rapper that niggas up here drove around listening to. That's a fact. We didn't listen to none of that other country shit. What you say, Rob?
I would probably say that too, even though I wasn't here. From what my communications was, people wasn't pumped because I was putting niggas on the Too Short, Outkast. They wasn't fucking with none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't
Too Short.
They big records in Orlando used to with Too Short.
Yeah, he had big records. Like, what's that shit? He had big records. Getting It, While the Getting Is Good. He had a few good records, but
why you think Snoop hit? Because the West Coast and the South love Snoop because he sound like a country ass nigga. He don't sound like a Long Beach nigga. He sound like a Mississippi nigga.
He from Mississippi.
You know what Snoop represented? Why Snoop hit? Because that was at the height of the East Coast fascination with gangbanging. Right? We had just came up with Boys in the Hood, Menace, movies like South Central. We was infatuated with West Coast gangbanging. So when we heard a rapper on a Dre beat and he felt authentic like a gangbanging ass nigga, we fell in love with Snoop hard as hell over here. Deep Cover, Flex was dropping bombs on that shit like boom, 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 boom. That shit went hard, nigga. Like, Snoop is probably the most, and I tell people this, the most universally loved rapper. When people say Jay-Z is the greatest rapper, I say Jay-Z is the greatest businessman of hip-hop. But the greatest rapper, when you look at a totality, Nas could walk past you on the street, and you might not even notice Nas. Jay could walk past you on the street, and if you're talking on the phone, you might not notice Jay. But if you see Snoop, 6-something, braided hair, walking down the street, you gonna lift your head up and be like, oh, shit. My mother knows Snoop. Snoop is the most popular and the greatest rapper. He done did reggae. This nigga done did gospel. And I think to be a great artist, you got to step outside of your box. Hov never really stepped outside of it.
He has hits in every genre. In every genre, from reggae to gospel, sexual seduction. That was an R&B hit. #1 R&B joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he got hits in all genres, for real. He slept on.
And outside of the music.
And he was doing that before niggas was singing. Man, listen, I was in the car with Trick Daddy. I don't know how Trick Daddy had this fucking song. We was going to Tallahassee for the homecoming. And they played this song. Dog, I listened to this song for 9 hours straight. 3 days later, I found out it was Snoop. I knew the song by heart before I knew. I said, dog, that's Snoop. Sexual
What Snoop
seduction.
showed me as an artist, and he's one of my biggest influences as a rapper, is that sometimes simplicity is best.
Yeah.
Sometimes Snoop is the master of simplicity, but making it dope. If you listen to the Shiznit on Doggy Style, that's a freestyle. He spelled his name like 17,000 times. It's the S and double O P. He just knew how to use. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
Snoop had a great voice too. He had a great voice. You know what I'm saying? But that
It was that
sound
southern
also that
drawl
Dr.
with that.
Dre had, that that shit, that sound, I forgot the instrument it is, but that particular sound, it hits your temple. Like it stimulates, literally it stimulates like the fucking I forgot which gland, but it stimulates a gland in your brain. So when you hear it, it like basically vibrates that gland. So if you notice, all the Death Row shit had like that sound. You know what I'm saying? That little.
but see, that's cheating though. That's cheating though. You know why that's
Yeah,
cheating?
that nigga
Dre
Dre knew
cheated.
something because we loved it and we ain't really know why.
No, we
Yeah,
was
we didn't know. Even
programmed
if you
off
listen
of
to
it.
like Bitches Ain't Shit, it has that shit.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah.
That
Do,
whatever
do, do,
that
do, do,
shit is, it
do.
vibrates in your brain. I forgot what it is. I wish
And let me
it'll
tell you
come.
something. It vibrated, and I don't know if your pop's alive, but it vibrated in your dad's brain, and your dad's brain, and my dad's brain, because it was called P-Funk, right?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
that P-Funk. George Clinton is a fucking genius. He knew them sounds, and Dre just saw what it did to a generation before, and he just said,
right.
you know what? Let me throw some 808s, chop this. It's certain songs that Dre did that is nothing but a straight loop. Like Let Me Ride is a fucking loop. He didn't do shit to Let Me Ride. Swing. He just
Sweet
looped it.
chariot and let
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 me
me
ride.
ride.
If you listen to the original, it's the same shit. It's just
But
a
even
lot of
thinking
shit.
about it, them songs still slap. Like them songs, even thinking about that Let Me Ride, them shits are
Man,
timeless.
listen,
Like,
I've been telling myself for years that soon as I blow, the first thing I'm doing is getting Dre Day clear. Burp, 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 burp,
That ain't nothing but a loop. You don't go to
yeah,
Dr. Dre
that's
because
George Clinton right there. Yeah,
right. You don't go to Dre because he'll try to charge you based off of his production. No, you go to George Clinton and you'll get it for much cheaper. And that's the genius of George Clinton. We ain't gonna
Well,
go too much further because we got some
you
other
got to
shit.
work
But
that out. Cause if a
but hear me
nigga,
out though.
Fabulous, Jadakiss, if they drop something to that Dre Day right now, streets on fire, man.
But that's the power of
Streets on
George
fucking
Clinton because on the
fire.
East Coast, Eric Sermon was using George Clinton to create a whole lane for the Death Squad.
Death Squad,
If you
yeah.
look at There Is a Dark Side, which if you look at motherfucking certain
yeah.
songs on fucking what's
Business
that
never
name? What
personal.
Business
Yeah,
Never Personal. If you listen to
Yeah.
like
Business Never Personal was the one.
even
EPMD.
I Get Lifted by Keith Murray is a fucking
Oh yeah.
funk track. You know what I'm saying? So it's something about that funk that actually is so universal
Even
that
the
it,
brat.
like you said, it's something with a frequency that gets into your brain, right? And
yeah,
that even goes through with the drill music of today. It's something about that frequency, that double time, that make these kids want to rap
yeah,
the way they want to do and evoke violence. And I hate to say it, it put them in a frequency. Our shit was sample based. So when we grew up, you might get a sample from fucking the Delphonics. It don't make you want to kill motherfuckers and murder motherfuckers. It puts you in a certain frequency of,
It was a different frequency for sure.
you know what I'm saying? Jay Dilla had a frequency, a bottom frequency with Dilla beats. When you hear that low bottom, that shit drives a real
Well,
nigga
music has
crazy.
always been used in spiritual ritual. Even like go to the simple, like just going to the church, right? You know what I'm saying? Usually before they pass the offering, pass the offering, he got, and the Lord said, "Brr, brr, and when Christ comes down, you're gonna be saved, and you're gonna get $1 million in your account. Brr, brr. All you got to do is pray, brothers and sisters." Right? And the choir come out, right? And they singing all that, and then your plate starts passing. So they music, and even in like indigenous ritual, you know what I'm saying? Music and chanting and all that shit has always been used as a way to move the masses or to move your body, because music is a universal language, and depending on the pitch and the frequency, like in Africa, right, in like Benin and like the Congo, there's certain drum patterns, even in Haiti, that when they'll play a drum pattern, it'll make your body move in a certain way, to the point where, and there's some drum patterns where you could like get possessed, not by like a spirit, so to speak, you know, quote unquote, but you could get possessed by like an energy that'll make
The
you
energy.
move
Yeah,
in a way that you don't want to move, because of just the different type of drum pattern and tempo that there is. So that's why all the quote unquote rituals and stuff, they always do it through music awards, right? You know what I'm saying? You always see this weird shit at the music awards, because they know that that's what's moving the masses. And if you're watching and listening, right, you got the right brain engaged where you watching, now you listening to the music. The same thing with the music videos. Like I remember when I came back to New York, they was doing drive-bys. Niggas wasn't doing drive-bys in Brooklyn and the Bronx and New York City, but I'm like, yo, niggas is doing drive-bys because they was watching Boys in the Hood. Then you have the soundtrack. It's the same thing with the drillers. You got the soundtrack for the drilling right now. And like Kanye told us, that 808, you know what I'm saying, it puts you in like that root chakra, so it puts you in that lower animalistic state. So it makes you want to kill, it makes you want to get violent, it makes you want to get aggressive and assertive. But the lyrics is like kill niggas. It's not like kill the government. It's not like Ice Cube, who was like, you know what I'm saying, half street, half militant, you know what I'm saying, half intelligent teacher. Like these dudes is just killing for nothing. So it's a whole
It makes
different
no
science.
sense. But you made a good point. And speaking that you spoke about Kanye, let's talk about Kanye West. Now your boy Kanye,
You gotta
right?
leave Kanye a little bit. It's my
Fuck
guy.
that nigga. I reject his deposit.
It's my
So
guy.
recently Kanye made a motherfucking hoodie that looks like a fucking Ku Klux Klan hoodie, y'all. Y'all gonna see it. I'm gonna expand the screen and put it back. And he had his daughter wearing this, right? And at this point, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. I'm over this nigga. Fuck this nigga. I ain't got no more love for this nigga, man. Look at this shit. Look what he got his daughter wearing. He got his daughter cooning. Now, I don't understand. Is he trying to take something so negative and as a black man make it positive? Is he trying to do clothing or take things that were so racially defining and turn them into things that black people like, kind of like the way we did the word nigga. Now we embrace the word nigga and now we use it fraternally and things like that. But is he trying to do that with these clothes? Because I seen him do the Confederate flag. I seen him do the White Lives Matter. Now he making Klan shit. Fuck this nigga, man. I'm done with this nigga, man. I don't want to wear no Yeezys. I don't give a fuck if he make the best beats in the world. I don't fucking with this nigga. He can't come back from this. He can't. You taking Klan clothes. Talk to me, guys. What's up with your man? You'll still take a beat from this nigga, too. Talk to me.
I ain't gonna lie. At this point, I probably would take a beat. It depends who helped him. Metro Boomin. Did Metro Boomin help him? Because if Metro Boomin helped him, I'm probably gonna take the beat.
This nigga
But
said,
honestly, what I've learned about this generation and the times that we in is that they making everybody even. You know, like I was on the phone with one of the homies who he locked up. He got a dub. You know what I'm saying? He about finished now. But I was asking him, I was like, yo, what's the real problem with Wack and 6ix9ine? Cause he in the feds. So he done been to prison in California, Washington State, you know, Nevada, all that West Coast shit. And so he was like, the problem is, and I'm gonna make this short, but it's all gonna
Gas,
fit in.
you gotta move your mic a little closer. You kind of low.
I'm low. All right.
perfect.
That's better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, much
All
better.
right. So what he was saying is that the problem is that everyone's even. You know, if we all don't have to agree with the streets, you know what I'm saying? But we do have to respect niggas who was in the streets and stood for something. Niggas who didn't take pleas, niggas who didn't snitch on their homeboys, niggas who did a robbery and was like, shit, I'm taking this shit to trial. I ain't working with the police in no shape, form, or fashion. When we be condoning snitching and weird behavior, we're making everyone even. because now I could be a bitch nigga and tell you, cause you broke or whatever the case is, and be like, oh nigga, fuck you, suck my dick over the internet. And that's making everyone even, bro. That's why niggas still getting killed, niggas get caught lacking, because we ain't even. And so this the thing with Kanye West. He got so much money right now. Well, this is my opinion, because I don't know. He got so much money right now until he feel like the shit he's doing, since Kanye's doing it, it's acceptable. You know what I'm saying? This is not, nigga, this is not fashion forward. What you doing, nigga? This is your people, like your race of people. See, a lot of people can't visualize what they say when they mean that our people were beaten, murdered, and raped simply for the color of their skin. Bro, that is nothing to be joked about.
You
So all
know,
of this shit about white lives,
walk video. This nigga know.
that's what I'm saying. He knows. It's just like now a nigga who he know you could beat the
Don't
shit out
ever
of
get it
him, but
fucked
he
up
might
like
say
you
some
don't know.
shit. He gonna try to squeeze it in and be like, hey man, I'm me. You know what I'm saying? And tell you some dumb shit like, oh, I'm just speaking my mind. And I'm just punching you in your shit. See, that's what it is. It's no lines, bruh, and it's no boundaries. Just like how we was talking about Africa Bambaataa. If Public Enemy and Africa Bambaataa was still walking around like slapping the shit out of niggas, he wouldn't pull this shit. I don't care how rich you is. It's like now they got everybody equal. Okay, it don't matter. I know you a gangster, but I'm a designer. I'm speaking my mind. I'm being free. No, nigga. No. That shit don't work like that. And that's really the problem, bro. The internet, niggas be head put up and doing weird shit and be like, hey man, I'm just speaking my mind. Boy, you can't do that shit. You can't,
That's
dog.
too many passes. When you go under, we done gave this nigga too many passes. And this is what happens when you give somebody two checks. And at the end of the day, hip hop is pussy. Because I don't see a lot of the OGs even checking Kanye for doing shit like this. They blame
You
it
know
on Mention.
why?
Why? Because
So
they want
Because
to
y'all
be.
know I
niggas
got a
getting
y'all
money,
know I got
taking
a different
vacations and
opinion.
shit.
So let's
Talk to
turn
me,
this
Rob.
up. Get y'all some ratings from this motherfucking podcast, right? So what he
Go
say was
ahead.
wrong? What did he say that was wrong? Y'all tell me what he say
Who?
that was wrong.
He
Kanye, what he
said,
do that was
you
wrong?
froze, you froze, you froze, Rob. You froze. But I can hear you. You
I'm still
froze. Come in
frozen.
and come out. Yeah. I'm gonna wait for Rob to
Nah.
come
We
back.
got you now.
Okay.
He
Oh,
ain't
hand in
moving.
on yours, he in on mine.
Oh, there we go, Rob. He
Yeah.
moving. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
All right, for sure.
What did he say that was wrong?
First off, this,
Well,
he
for
said,
one, oh, go ahead.
go ahead, guys. You lead on this one.
First of all, what he said, he fucked up the whole Semitic thing. He fucked up the whole explanation of being anti-Semitic. He spoke like in codes. He fucked that up. It could have been a simple statement. How can I be anti-Semitic when I am Semitic? You know, it said that in the Bible, Noah's son, it says in the Bible, the black one. Depending on what Bible you read, says the dark one. Simple. Him and Kyrie, they fucked that up. That's one thing he fucked up. You could have said it plainly, bro. I'm not anti-Semitic. I am from Shem.
All right, let
I
me
am a
push back.
Semitic.
Let
Okay,
me
okay,
push
okay.
back, right?
For
So do you
sure.
think that a professional athlete, right, whose job is to run plays, dribble, sweat,
Fuck white bitches.
read screens, endorse
Endorse
sneakers, do
sneakers.
you think that these guys have time to sit down and read scholarly journals and books to get a clear understanding, or do you think these people are just coming from the heart expressing what they know to be true? Because
Um,
because you can't hold an athlete and a touring musician, successful touring musician, that admits that they don't read to a standard as you would Francis Cress Westling or Nuri Muhammad or
Or Nelly
Farrakhan or
Fuller.
whatever. Yeah,
well,
we can't hold these people and put them on the same level. There's scholars,
But
there's
that last
sports
what
players,
Rob,
there's
what Rob
athletes, and
said,
there's
but
actors.
Rob is saying
And
that
We
sometimes
shouldn't
people
put him
get
at the
hit
same
based on what
pedestal as
talent
me and
they
you.
to know how to preface that.
Huh?
And
Yeah.
why are we holding him?
So I don't think. So what Kanye said was right.
Little
He
people.
is Semitic. We are Semitic. You know
Nah,
what I'm
he
saying?
didn't say
Semitic
that.
is black. All
What
black people.
he said it's no way I could be anti-Semitic. That's why it's a fuck up. You know what I'm
But
saying?
it's
Because
true. It's true
the
though.
spotlight, true. Because me and you understand it. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
should we be held accountable if our kids ask? I'm just saying the spotlight was on him. He had a chance to change the dynamic, but instead he dug a bigger hole. That's a fuck up. It's like if a woman.
I won't say intelligent. He's not as well read because to make billions, to be a billionaire, you got to have some sense, and to keep it, you got to have a lot of sense. You got to be very knowledgeable. So I won't say he's not intelligent. He's not book read. There's people from the country that are wise as a motherfucker and can't read. You know what I'm saying? Wise as hell and can't read.
But that's a fuck up, right? Like if you pick a woman up tonight, you take her to the club, everything go right, she ready to give you the pussy, and she get in the bed, and for some reason you doze off. You a good dude. There's nothing wrong with you. You fuck that up though. So him and Kyrie, you right. They probably not well read, but that's a fuck up. When you have a chance to express yourself and you don't, that's with anybody.
But
Whether you and your friend
now
have
here's
a
the
falling
pushback.
out and you don't express yourself properly or correctly, that's a fuck up. So that's one
Nick
fucked up
Cannon.
thing he
So
did.
let's go back to Nick Cannon. Remember, Nick Cannon had the same situation. And Nick Cannon had a whole class, Cannon class on YouTube. He was at Howard University, and when them
I like
small
that
hats
shit.
pushed up on him, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't articulate his point well either
See,
because he's an entertainer. He's not a
I was in
scholar.
jail when that happened, so I
He
don't
should have
really know. I'm
stayed in
gonna have
his
to take
lane.
y'all word on it. True.
Yeah, he should have, you know what I'm saying? So it's like these
Even
people are
Minister
speaking
Farrakhan.
with
And
the
here's the
limited
thing.
knowledge that they have, but when they bump up against like real scholars, people who know what they're talking about, they're gonna look bad. But I think both of their hearts, from Kyrie to Kanye, from Nick Cannon, they're all in the right place. You know what I'm saying? And I think, my opinion.
Hold on. Oh, go ahead.
They had did their knowledge. They would have known, okay, this what happened in Farrakhan in the 80s. He didn't say that the Jews necessarily take resources from the African American bloodsuckers, right? And that even community and don't disperse them back. He called them, immediately created a rift. When they didn't, now they don't want to hear shit. Put your men together, he could give it. They don't want to hear shit. He could bring give jobs to fucking ex-convicts. He could teach us about eating healthy and loving our black woman, making us right. But once you phrase one word wrong against, I call them the don't fuck around agains, because you don't fuck around with them again. With the don't fuck around agains, right? His message to them became negated. And if you think Nick Cannon went on a tour, Farrakhan went on a world tour, nigga. He had to go to Israel. Right. He had to talk to motherfuckers in the community just for a slip up black kids. And he made songs about little Natasha dying, and Kato was his dog. And he didn't. But when he got mad or he felt the level of frustration, he said the worst shit. There's a lot of people that won't let Tupac walk back. That's why I fucked your wife. There's a lot of people. I'm sorry.
Hold on. But we had to respect Pop.
Very old.
But also when Pac said I'm a thug,
I'm tired of that.
Because I was in the ghetto and I'm still here. He touched your emotion. I'm just saying.
You understand what I'm saying?
He touched people's emotion.
I don't say that's a fuck.
Back to what Rob was saying when he was like, what fucked up
a lot of times when we passionate about something,
and I'm glad that Rob named, by his heart being in the right place.
Make sure all your kids don't grow.
With these white what the fuck is he doing? If his heart is in the right place, what are you doing? You a designer, design something, man.
Don't only reason that was it's a problem is because those people control industries. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say it because they control the media, they control YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So they could blackball. Look at Dr. Boyce Watkins. Dr. Boyce Watkins ain't say half of the stuff Kanye, Kyrie, and all them say, and he's off all meta platforms. Like he can't come back on Instagram. He can't come back on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I think he's only on Twitter. And he hasn't said anything controversial. They just decided to boot him. They don't like his black ass, so they can say, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And he has no recourse because they control the media. So that's why things like Spill, you know what I'm saying, fan base, all these alternate social media sites are necessary. But niggas don't go over there either. So when I hear this pro-black shit, I be like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of cap. It's a lot of cap. Because it's only when there's trauma. It's only when there's some bad shit that happens that I hear my brother, my sister. Other than that, man, niggas is clapping at niggas, yo. Niggas fail. Look at Sha'Carri, right? Sha'Carri, when she was running her race, everybody loved her. She was killing it. Yeah, Sha'Carri, yeah, Sha'Carri. She lost her race. Man, who was in the shade room? I ain't see too many white people. I ain't see too many crackers.
Well, you was in the shade room,
any
nigga.
room, any place
you was
on
in
the internet.
Fucking shade room. You're not gonna hear no white people.
I mean, I'm on all of them. I ain't see too many white people clapping.
Well, let me ask you a question.
It was black people. Even with the
if I believe
people.
so,
Who they going against on the
maybe I'm
internet.
wrong. Your mom's still alive.
Tariq and she's and you know what I'm saying. All these people, they going out of the black people. It's the facts,
right?
Yes, sir. Thank God.
Okay, I'm wrong. Who cursed at you the most? Who called you black motherfucker? You better clean up your room. Why the fuck you fucking up? People that love you. So we are most crucial and fucking critical on the people we love, my nigga. If black people come at you, we love you. If black people look at Cuba Gooding, he caught a rape case. No, black people don't give a fuck about Cuba Gooding. They like, what? Then Jamie Foxx, black people don't make this nigga got a clone. He got a stroke. Why he ain't talking to us? That's a fake. So if we come hard on black, you know why? Because we love Jamie motherfucking Foxx. Black people look at it as that we love them. That's how I see it.
Okay, I can take that. I'll take that.
You can take that, right? Like
I'll accept that.
We're gonna elevate you, but at the same time, we're gonna be critical. Yeah, girl. But here's the thing: when she start winning again, black people jump back on her dick, right? Pause.
I don't think so. I ain't see that. I don't see that.
With Kanye, I hope black people, we're gonna move on. Listen. I would beg to differ because Finding Forever is a Bush put on, man.
Nah, Kanye's a good dude, man. Look at how many black people Kanye put on though.
Finding Forever is so
black people Kanye put on the payroll.
That's like that. To the next subject. But with Kanye, dear black people, don't let this nigga come back.
You know, okay? Kanye made the best album for Common ever.
Motherfucker come
Common
back.
never had a good album since Kanye.
I don't give a fuck.
In my opinion.
Look how many black people George Bush put on. Look how many black people George.
Yeah.
He had two. He had B. Finding Forever.
Yeah, that's Kanye. That's Ye, see? You don't even know. You see?
See, no, nigga. Don't get me
He made Common go to the corner.
And you hate him.
He made Common go to the corner, man. We know that was Kanye.
Yes, Kanye.
Yeah. Y'all niggas.
I fuck with Ye. I think Ye's a creative genius. I don't agree with everything anybody says, but I think Ye's a creative genius. And you can't, that's undeniable. That's an undeniable fact. Like, you could say whatever
with that genius that he has, I think comes a level of hubris. And a lot of people don't know what that word is. It's the Greek word for equating yourself with God. And I think that the one thing Kanye didn't purchase was a fucking real solid black woman as his press and his fucking publicist. A black woman.
I agree with that.
Like a publicist.
That's what he fucked up.
Somebody from Howard with a black husband, some black kids, a bitch that know how to make a good macaroni and cheese. She's elegant. Lay her baby hair down under her wig, fat ass. She would have said, all right, what we going to talk about today? Well, you know these motherfucking Jews is... Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. That's how you feel? I got an idea. Just stay here for 30 minutes. Yeah, we ain't doing this interview today. This nigga tweaking. He on one. Let's just go to the studio and let this nigga make a beat. What happened to the interview? You know what? They canceled that the last minute. You need somebody to protect you from you. But when you get to that level, you think like,
come on, Debbie. You just volunteered Debbie. Debbie said she don't like driving your ass around.
You gotta mute, nigga. Listen, mute if you talking. Listen. But at the end of the day, you need those checks and balances around you. And I think even the hip hop community, black people, celebrities, we don't hire publicists. We don't run shit by other people before we do shit.
I ain't gonna lie.
He already told you. Nah, wait till I get my money right.
He
then
meant
you
that.
Can't tell me nothing. He already told you what was going. He already predicted the future.
But I really wish that he would have stuck to another thing he told us. When it comes to being true, at least true to me. One thing I found. Though I will never let you down. Get up. I wish he would have stuck to that too, because I think that's why we fuck with him, bro. Niggas done cried to Kanye secretly.
See, that's
bro.
that J. Cole. That J. Cole false prophet song. He said, "Remember days when he made us feel blacker than black. Remember the days when he said the illest shit." And he told her, you can't keep holding on to that, man. That's like a nigga that you went to high school with that fought with you every day. And then you let this nigga start living in your house because he got fucked up. And he's stealing from you. He done crashed your car. Nigga won't get a job. You still gonna keep holding on to the high school fights? You still gonna keep holding on to the days he ain't let nobody jump you? You still gonna hold on to the... Nigga, we ain't in high school no more. I ain't letting niggas jump me no more. I got a 4-4. I don't need all of that. I need a different nigga now. You heard?
Yeah, I probably need to let that shit go, because whenever I think about that, I just think about the times that nigga got me through.
That nigga made me cry on Sunday service, nigga. When he played, he made However Do You Want Me? However Do You Need? And he made it a gospel rap. How about the time when he brought his niggas to DMX funeral? That made me cry. When Ye did the DMX funeral, I was like, I love Kanye. I love it.
That's why I fuck with him. The good outweighs the bad. Him.
He do that shit to you.
I fuck with him.
Good do that shit to you, dog.
No, nigga.
Not always.
Hold on. This nigga helped you fight.
I disagree with that.
He helped you hustle. Think about it. Nigga helped you fight, helped you hustle. Y'all was in the trenches together, breaking down 4 wings and rice. You get a place in your life, and this nigga try to fuck your bitch, right? Do the good outweigh the bad, nigga? No, I don't give a fuck if we had one piece of chicken and we broke it down. You don't try to fuck my bitch, nigga. Like, no.
Yeah, but I don't shoot him. I might slap him, but I will not.
That's what I'm saying. Your niggas never try to fuck your niggas never try to fuck your bitch.
Rob, can I tell you this? These niggas that went by.
Y'all ain't live in New York. That's a New York special.
I told one of my homies about a chick. This is the MySpace era. I was like, y'all met such and such in the MySpace era. This nigga went behind my back, started kicking it with me. She didn't know that me and this nigga was boys. Started fucking with this nigga. She found out we was boys. She was like, oh shit, I did not know y'all was friends. I put it on both of them. I was like, both of y'all little pieces of shit, because me and this nigga, we all, you know what I'm saying, was clicked. So you kind of, you didn't ask the questions, but he shouldn't have even attempted to be in her zone. You know bitches is weak. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, that's the point I was trying to make, dog. That shit ain't even. A nigga who would do that compared to a nigga who won't do that and who does not do that, bro, it's not even. Right now, the climate we in today, it's like everyone's even. Somebody who does that will make it justify, oh man, I ain't doing nothing but trying to get my money. Nigga, we do it look like we sitting at the table. Is you at the bank? Nigga, you talk about money when you go to the fucking bank. Right now, we talking about integrity, morals, nigga. The fuck wrong with you, nigga?
Sometimes we be on some shit like, yo, for Nick, hurt people. Like, if you've been hurt by a nigga that you love, kind of doing some goofy shit to you, you internalize do some goofy shit to another nigga. And I can't even lie. I've, you know, and this is sad. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I hate to admit it, and I'm gonna admit it on this podcast. I fucked a few of my friends, or I wouldn't say niggas that I hang with every day or my circle, but within the ripple effect of my friendship and my love, I fucked a few of their bitches.
Man, listen.
I done fucked a few of, I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I give you a prime example. When me and this nigga was working together, I was fucking with this. At this time, she was bad.
Hold on.
No, I got it.
Fuck one of Rob bitches, man. We not doing that right now, man. We got a show left.
I wouldn't even care.
We got show left.
No.
I wouldn't care. Trust me.
What I'm saying is, I'm telling my side.
I done fucked a lot of bitches in ACMG, so that's what
we
talking about. So it wouldn't even matter.
Yeah, exactly. So I was fucking with you.
I didn't have not near one bitch in ACMG. So
exactly. So I was the first to kind of put her on the market, slut her out. You know, I give it initials KW, and you know she was. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I ain't gonna front. In the words of Snoop Dogg, the pussy was the bomb. Had a nigga on sprung. I was in love like a motherfucker, licking the dog bone. But the minute I got fired from ACMG,
oh, you got fired?
Within like 3 weeks, this bitch was up. She was up. Damn. And my little brother took her down. My little brother took her down. You know what I'm saying?
He wifed her?
No, he took her down. He dark skinned. He took her down.
Nah, because you said she was up. That changed
DoorDash.
No,
not the DoorDash.
No, I mean, the pussy was up. She was moving.
Up. She had motion.
Oh, yeah, I thought you meant she was up. Like her money was up. She had to hit like $1 million brokerage or some shit.
Okay, this is the crazy part.
This one is open and it needed pollination.
Right. And here's the thing. When I found out, he told me. I didn't hear it in the streets. I didn't hear it nowhere else. My man came to me. And at that time, I was like, my nigga, do you. And then I still circled the block and hit it after my man. You know what I'm saying? So I say all this to say that real niggas, when you get hurt, you do shit. But then when you see the error of your ways, it make you feel like a piece of shit. If you ain't, the way you become a good man, I believe, is doing bullshit and regretting it and learning from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you learn a level of friendship when you ain't experienced it? You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
To see that man and knowing he smacked, like, that shit don't affect me, my nigga. That shit, I gave him a high five. Bang, nigga. Turn up, nigga. Like, I'm gonna see it.
I ain't gonna lie, I never done that. The only time I hit one of my homeboys' hoes was that I was actually his excuse out. So we had to go home together. So he's like, hey man, take me by this bitch crib. I was like, all right. I'm drunk anyway. Shit, it's a pit stop. And you know, me taking a little nap and shit, try to shake it off. He called me in the room. Hey, Smoke, come here. Hey, man, I ain't coming there. You ready to go, man? Shit, I'm on curfew like you, nigga.
Hold on,
Lord. Ready to go, nigga?
Oh, no.
Nigga. He called me in the room, so we actually had...
One bitch don't mix.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. We kind of like, you know, we kind of ran it on her. But I left, though. I left because I was kind of like, bro, you be fucking on the regular. So even though this ain't your girl, this really like your girl. So
man, that's the most
I never did that because I always wanted to be the nigga to bring the hoe around who nobody ain't hit. Man,
Rob, you ever did something
get her from?
You ever did that, Rob? Fuck, you and your man fucked the girl?
I've been in an orgy, like an orgy type situation where me and my man or me and two of my mans was fucking two other girls.
Like 3 or 4 bitches, yeah.
Yeah, that's an orgy. No, I'm talking about a train.
Nah, if I ain't first, I don't want to fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never liked that. I ain't never been down with.
I've been in 2 trains, and that shit was uncomfortable, nigga. It is the most uncomfortable shit in the world to see a nigga hitting a bitch from the back, and you trying to get you some head, and you like, yo, don't. He hitting the bitch so hard. He's like, come on, girl, don't bite me. Like, I'm like, nigga, don't fuck her that hard. She about to bite my dick off. Like, yo, cut her, stall her out. Stall him out, Debo. Stall him out.
Wait, I have been in that situation. Me and my man with one girl. I have been in that situation. Come home drunk with a girl. I thought you were talking about like 2-3 niggas on a train and some shit.
No. I'm talking about this. You and your man.
No, it's just 1 or 2. I've done that too, though.
I've done that.
We just go in and the line don't stop. Yeah. I'm like, damn, she's a hell of a woman.
Me and my man, we both tall. We catch a bitch. We've done that a couple of times, actually.
Yo. I stopped all that shit when I had a daughter. Having a daughter will make you never do a train.
Yeah, that's young shit. Like I did that shit in my 20s. Like, and I ain't did that shit maybe less than a handful of times.
So that was a little sidebar. But now, since we left one coon, I want to talk about a coon conspiracy. Now, last week in Baltimore, they had a nigger fest, is what I like to call it. It's a nigger fest. We was outside, niggas was drinking, niggas backs was bent over, we was dancing, being niggas. And out of the blue, some motherfucking mosquitoes or some strange bugs came down. So I wanna show y'all this clip real quick and talk about the swarm of bugs. Is this a conspiracy or is this a true conspiracy? Follow me, y'all. Check this out.
All these bugs and shit, attacking the nets out here. We all here fanning like a mother. Look at all this. That's the way I thought they released that shit off that helicopter.
Yeah. So,
and that's in Baltimore.
Various reports on the internet that people felt that a swarm of bees, or not a swarm of bees, mosquitoes or gnats or whatever, was dropped on this crowd of black people gathering together. Now, black people have every right to be conspiracy theorists in this country. We have the fucking right. Based off of Black Wall Street, we got the facts off of the Tuskegee experiment, shit, the AIDS virus. We have the right to think that the government will do some foul shit to us. But is this a conspiracy or a conspiracy? Yes, talk to me. Do you think the government would just drop, or the local government would just drop some motherfucking non-venomous gnats over some niggas?
I ain't gonna lie. Is that normal from Baltimore? We need to have somebody from Baltimore and see do they be having a bunch of gnats, man? Because if not, man, it need to be a study done on that shit.
So my girl called me. She was like, people saw helicopters over the thing.
Oh shit.
People saw helicopters swarming over flying over the event. So they didn't know if the helicopters dropped the gnats. And so I dismissed her. I said, this is some conspiracy shit. But then I had to go deeper and tell her why I thought it was a conspiracy. See, the white man or white supremacy in America is very blatant. It's very blatant. They dropped bombs over Black Wall Street. They didn't secretly drop bombs. They dropped fucking bombs. When they shot niggas with tuberculosis or whatever the fuck they shot us with in the Tuskegee experiment, it was very blatant. They was shooting something in your fucking body. Maybe we was dumb niggas and didn't realize the government is shooting shit in your body, but they're very blatant. So when I looked at this, I said, were these gnats poisonous? Right? Nobody got sick. The health department in Baltimore said there was no reported cases of people who were there going and saying they were sick with something. So am I wrong to say yes? Am I wrong to say that this is a conspiracy and not a conspiracy? Talk to me, Rob.
No, that shit's a conspiracy, in my
Oh
opinion.
my
Because
God,
Bill
the blackest
Gates
nigga
has
on
been
this shit. He always gonna say, "Go ahead."
Bill Gates has this. This is fact. You can look this up. I mean, I don't say shit without having a trail to back me. But you can look this up. Bill Gates is engineering mosquitoes. You know, he has engineered mosquitoes for the malaria virus not to hit. You know, and basically release them into like in where gas is from, Florida. You know what I'm saying? They did that in 2020. They did it last year, and that's probably, you want
They
to see
did
what's
what
up.
last year? They did what?
Release these genetically altered mosquitoes, GMO mosquitoes, where they are, trained to, when they bite, to release some sort of like vaccine, you know what I'm saying, against malaria, against these different diseases and things like that.
Hey
This
man,
is
you
a
know
fact.
what?
This is scientific fact. This is not
I've
like
been
this is
seeing
Let
not
me
some
ask
big
you.
ass
this is not a
mosquitoes
conspiracy
too,
theory.
man.
You could pull that up right now. You
I've
could
been
type it
seeing
in
some
Bill
big
Gates
ass
mosquitoes right
mosquitoes.
now. You pull up several articles.
Like in Miami right now, we don't have no old school lizards. The lizards look like dinosaurs. I swear to God, man, I haven't seen a regular sized lizard, man, in 20 years, man.
Yeah.
The lizards look like baby dinosaurs. Some of their tails curl like 3 or 4 times. Man, that shit ain't normal, man. I be seeing big ass mosquitoes. Man, mosquitoes so big, man, that shit get stuck to you. You know when them shit small, it hits you like a needle. Boop. And you can't even catch it. Man, these mosquitoes be so big and fat, man, they stuck to you when they stick they what is it? The you
Little
know,
stinger. But Rob, I'll
man,
counteract you. I'll counteract you with this.
All
What
right.
if it was a black doctor, right?
I should have
A
known
black.
that shit.
What if it was Bill Gates was black, right?
Well,
And he was trying to create mosquitoes, right? To actually give the antibiotic for malaria, right? Because
right,
most people, they're not going to a doctor. They're not going to try to
right.
figure it out. So if I can somehow sneakingly give you a vaccine to save your life by regenerating these mosquitoes, is would you
When
think
is
that it was a
when is the
conspiracy
white?
if it was a black, if Bill
When is
Gates
the
was a black man?
Nah, I still think it's a conspiracy because you got black people, you got what do they call it? White mind, black face. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean anything. The skin color doesn't mean that you are down with the blacks, that you're pro black, and that you're down with quote unquote us. Like, I don't believe that just because your skin color looks like me that you want the best for me. There's motherfuckers that look like me that if I go outside right now, they're gonna slump me and take a selfie. If I go out with the right amount of jewels, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna dump on me, take a selfie, and maybe piss on my grave if I was talking shit beforehand.
And roll you up
So
in the joint and smoke you.
exactly, and smoke me like I'm an op, and they look just dark as me,
You're a
darker.
pack.
Right.
But I would
So
say this.
it
I would
doesn't
say
that
this,
doesn't
Rob.
mean that anything to
I would
me.
say this. If he explained to me, when you doing shit that's dastardly, you don't even have you don't even want to explain what you do. Now, you telling me that he's making anti-malaria mosquito, and I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like a good idea.
It does.
It sounds like a good idea. Think about it. If you could make anti-nigger mosquitoes, right? If you could sit in a lab and make mosquitoes that would bite niggas and take away niggerishness from a nigga, like you all the nigga shit that we don't like, hating on each other, violence, fucking mad bitches, getting drunk, getting high, being violent, being lazy, and just the stereotypes, which some of are true. If
Right.
you could get a mosquito to bite a nigga and all of that shit would change, would you create an anti-nigga mosquito?
Nah, because you got to create an anti white crack. You got to get an anti pork
Right,
white
no,
cracker.
I'm just
You
saying,
don't
if
kill
you
it.
could make an anti-white supremacist mosquito, right? That when it hit white people, they understand why we want our reparations. They understand why we need to be in the history books. They understand that they are a virus on this planet. They understand all of this. Would you create a mosquito to zap white people to take away white supremacy?
Me personally, no.
Why?
Because
Why not?
you gotta let people be who they be, right? If you go, let's look at it from a metaphysical, spiritual perspective, right? My issue with the church when I was younger, no disrespect if you're Christian or anything, my personal issue was, why would God create the devil?
Don't talk about no Christians, nigga. I love Jesus, nigga.
I'm not against Jesus.
Watch
My
your mouth.
whole question
Jesus,
is
nigga.
why would God create the devil? Right? That was my biggest question. 4, 5, 6 years old, and nobody gave me a straight answer. Why would you create something bad? And the only thing that makes sense to me as I'm older, if you believe in the devil thing, is that it has to be. You gotta have yin and yang. You gotta have polarity. You gotta have good and bad. You gotta have sunshine and rain. So now I don't want nobody to be fake. It's just like when 2020, right? When George Floyd and all these white motherfuckers at my job was coming up to me, oh, how you doing? Oh, everything all right? Hey, you want to get lunch? Like, you wasn't talking to me all this other time. You didn't care how I felt all this other times. But now you see George Floyd.
That's why I love the white people I work with. They never even asked.
I don't want that love.
I
don't want those fake.
Only one white woman asked me, and I was the only black person on my entire team. I'm usually the only black person on the entire teams, and she was the one black. She was cool as fuck. Like I could meme her Dr. Dre shit. Like she's like, good job. I'll meme her, me and Snoop, Dr. Dre in the car with Snoop, and she like laughing. So when that George Floyd shit hit, she was the only person that asked me, was like, yo, how you feel, bro? A white woman. Nobody else was like, I'm going through it. We working from home.
Right.
I'm over drinking. I'm getting high every day.
Wow,
I don't know.
You over drinking? I can't believe it, man.
And
you always drinking. From what I know, shit. Every time I see you on live, you drinking. So if you was over drinking, shit, my nigga.
No, when that pandemic first hit, nigga, I didn't know how to act, nigga. My boss was like, yo, I know you're working from home, and I'm high. My boss was like, I'm high as fuck, but you can't keep missing meetings. I was waking up like, nigga, they said the liquor store's about to close. I went to the liquor store at 1 o'clock and bought $200 worth of liquor just to have in the crib. But back to what you saying is that,
oh, see, I was in Miami. I should never officially close down.
Yeah, you don't know what the pandemic is.
Yeah, you don't know what it was.
Yeah.
You can fuck a bitch in the middle of the street. You can fuck a bitch in the middle of the street during the pandemic, and nobody
was outside. Yeah.
Man,
I got videos on my YouTube channel, downtown Manhattan. No traffic, nobody on the street in Manhattan.
I missed that. Don't you miss the pandemic?
I missed that shit. Yo, that's the first time I ever heard birds. That's the first time I heard birds in the city in the morning.
Yeah.
The first time I ever heard birds in the morning was during the pandemic. I never knew that they actually sung and made sound. For real, that they came out in the morning. I thought just pigeons and shit. Nah, these niggas actually sing in the morning. Like, they really be making sounds. Like, they was outside my window making sounds. I was like, oh shit. This is what really happens when there's no niggerish and no noise and no sirens and shit.
Only fucked up shit about that, my daughter couldn't go to the prom. She couldn't graduate or nothing.
Yeah, my sister too. She didn't get her.
Hold on. Didn't I come in the pandemic?
Did you?
I came in during the pandemic. I was in Miami so much. Unfortunately, a lot of deaths. But
that was me in Vegas. I was in Vegas going crazy, smoking my life away.
Smoking your life away?
Yeah, they have the dispensaries. They got tons of my money, man. That dispensary got thousands of dollars in weed. When it first hit, yeah, I was going hard. I was in Vegas for over a year.
Are you vaccinated?
Nah.
You vaccinated, King? Yes.
Yeah.
You vaccinated?
Yeah, me, yeah.
I got vaccinated for the stupidest reason, but the best reason in the fucking world.
Well, I got vaccinated because of my grandma, man. I ain't gonna lie. My grandma had asthma. Yeah. I was working at the fucking hospital. I was taking my grandma to the grocery store, bringing her groceries, probably fucking taking a sip of her coffee and shit. That's one of the reasons why I got vaccinated, and my son was 2. So I was kind of like in it, but nobody else in my house got vaccinated.
I got vaccinated because I went to Versus to see Big Daddy Kane versus KRS One. They said you couldn't get it.
You should have hit me. You should have hit me. I would have got you a card for that. I got my card.
I did it, and you know I did it, and I tell people I did it, and I'm proud I did it. I did it for hip hop, nigga. I got vaccinated for fucking hip hop, nigga. They said you cannot go and see Big Daddy Kane versus KRS-One, and I said, "Oh, I'm never going to see this again in my fucking life." Right. Jab me, motherfucker. Jab me. I want the jab. Come on. I went to ShopRite. They put it in my arm, gave me my card, and I was like, but ever since I got jabbed, I do have to go get gas station honey to keep this dick up a little bit. I think the vaccine gave me the what she called it? She said the soggy dick. She said, you ever tried to fuck with a soggy dick? It was like your mind knows that you want to fuck. And when I have the soggy dick, there's only one person I think of. Shout out to Biggie Small. Biggie said Biggie squeeze shit to make shit fit. When you got the soggy dick, you got to squeeze that shit, and you got to be like poking it. You like,
squeeze that shit in there,
yeah. My bad. But, you know, I did 10 years in prison, so I got my concentration is a little bit more deeper than other fellas.
Nigga, you was drinking that juice, motherfucker. You was drinking that soft Pete. We call it soft Peter.
That's soft Peter, yeah.
What's that?
Look, you don't know this, Brooke. You don't know this, Brooke, because nobody really knows. But I did 5. I did 5 from 96 to 2001. I was like,
I would never know that, God.
You would have never known.
For real.
That's good. I did the right thing because nobody.
That's why you was working at ACMG. Everybody who worked at ACMG.
They ain't do no background checks.
Fucking record.
They ain't do no background checks. That's why I was there.
It was on drugs.
No, they didn't do background checks till they wanted to get big time and go to the other building, and then they start background. You know what I'm saying? But no,
I was already past the 7-year limit. But yeah, when I came out, I had the soft Peter. That shit was fucking me up, yo. That shit was fucking up my mind.
Hold on. You mean you was drinking the Jim Jones? Yo. We call it Jim Jones here.
I remember the first girl I got in there, man. I came in like 24 seconds, yo. Like 3.
No, that's called jail dick. Before that, I was 18, stroking everything, going hard.
That shit was fucking my mind up.
Look, you did 5 years. You had jail dick. You had JD, jail dick. But the problem was it didn't get hard. Pause. That's saltpeter. Listen, when you ain't got family that got a lot of money and you ain't got juice, containers of juice lined up in your cell where you could just pour that saltpeter, that bullshit out, or not even eat the food, period. If you gelling, nigga, you gonna get that cup, you gonna get that food, you gonna fuck it up, you gonna wash that shit down with that shit that tastes like Robitussin and water, and you gonna play some spades.
Nah,
you don't know. The thing is, you don't know because the OGs don't put you on so you like get connected.
My mother put me on. My mother was like, "Don't go in there drinking that saltpeter." I said, "What the fuck is you talking about?"
I'm saying that shit. I'm like, why the fuck am I falling asleep every time I go to chow with dinner? I'm falling asleep. And the OG put me on. He said, "Yeah, you drinking that saltpeter, bro? Stop drinking."
And you know what? Respect the saltpeter because your dick don't need to be hard in jail.
Hey, listen. Right. Do you know
your dick don't need to be hard in jail?
You know what they call that shit in Florida?
What they
this
call?
Why I never drunk it. Like anybody who is locked up with me, if y'all watching, y'all y'all drop that shit in the comments. We don't drink that shit in Florida because they call it Jim Jones. The officers call it Jim Jones. Hey, y'all need some more Jim Jones? And I was like, Capo? And the old head was like, nigga, you know who the fuck, nigga, you know who the fuck Jim Jones is? I was like, no, nigga, I don't know who Jim Jones is. Oh, he's the nigga. He was locked up. And because, you know, like you said, that's why I could relate to what you said. I knew some old heads who had photographic memories, man. I could ask them a question. Hey, listen. So this how I knew. I'm like, boy, you niggas is geniuses. How the fuck y'all get in here? Because I asked the old man, I said, listen, I read the Bible front to back. I don't have a photographic memory. You know what I'm saying? I compare all the information I get, I compare it to events in my life. So that's how I remember a lot of stuff. Like once I could relate to it, I memorized it like a song. You know what I'm saying? Like all the songs I got memorized, I can't even memorize my raps unless they are certain raps that mean something to me and they just like embedded in the soul. You know what I'm saying? So I asked this old nigga. I was like, "Hey man, I read the Bible, man, front to back. I don't remember reading to where they say, now I pronounce you man and wife to death do you part." I said, where the fuck do they get that from? And why do people say that when they get married? That shit not in there. I'm like,
No,
you
that's not in
sure?
the Bible, nigga.
I said,
No.
am I missing it? Because I was in the box. I just did 90 days. I read it front to back. I read,
It's
Revelation
a part
twice
of the
because, you want to
Bible.
get the signs. I said, I don't remember reading that. He said, yeah, man, the preachers. I said, well, what? Every time I see a movie and they say, dearly beloved, I'm like, where the fuck
No,
they
you
getting that
ain't gotta
from?
say
Because
none of that to get married, nigga.
I
Yo,
said, I never
sidebar.
seen that, bro. Where are they getting that from? He
Real
said, it's
quick,
not in there.
how was the box in Florida, yo? That shit
In
gotta be
Florida,
hot and
we
oppressive.
have 64. All right, so quick little fun fact about Florida. We
I know
got
this is sidebar,
64.
but this is jail talk. I gotta know
We
this
got
because I'm like,
64
Florida, that
prisons
shit
in the
gotta
state
be
of Florida.
oppressive.
We got 64 prisons in the state of Florida. 64. Only 3 of them got AC. Maybe 4. I think Wakulla got what they call centralized air, which is not even AC, which has no like ducts and no shit like that. It's just that it's a fan circulating air through a vent. You know what I'm saying?
In Florida.
It's not central air. It's not ran by nothing like a machine. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right,
a
right.
fan that's circulating the cool air within the building. Keep the door
In the
closed. It's
box
not
too, though.
in the box. It's nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
In the box, you walk around that shit in your white boxers.
You're right. I can imagine, yo.
Yeah, for broke niggas who don't have like they gym shorts and shit, they got to keep their uniform on. And some crackers be making you be in your class A uniform, and they be making you be in your class A uniform to nighttime. So I was in the box, man. Matter of fact, I was in the box with one of this guy's cousins,
Oh shit.
Sergeant Jones.
Who,
Sergeant
me?
Jones, nigga, you know your fucking name,
Y'all was in
Sergeant
the same.
Jones.
Y'all was in the same. Y'all was in the same cell, or they separated. They keep y'all in separate
Nah,
cells.
he was a sergeant.
Oh,
Oh
okay,
yeah,
He
my
was a
okay.
cousin.
sergeant.
My cousin
This
was
shit was
fucking
like,
him up.
Your
My cousin
this
cousin
shit
was
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 Rick
like,
fucking
Ross.
him up.
He's
yeah,
a Rick
yeah, yeah.
Ross.
If I see him, I'm glad him and his dad
Did you
just got
tell him we
back
was
cool.
family? Hold on, did you tell him like we was family? I
This
know
the crazy
Herschel.
part. My dad tried to come and see me there, and I think I was being transferred to the work camp or some shit. And my dad was like, "Nigga, ain't you Yogi cousin?" And that's when they sent me to the work camp. So I ain't really see him after they kind of let him know, like, hey, nigga, that's my son. But before then, he was torturing me. Like my first day on the compound, I live in Miami. They sent me to a prison in Jackson, and it was Jackson CI, which is Jackson County, Florida, which is Malone, Florida. I think you came to see me at Malone, Florida, Debbie. You came to see me when I was at Malone, Florida, or you was writing me? Yeah, my auntie here now. She was writing me in Malone, Florida. So what happened was that shit is 11 hours away from Miami.
Jeez.
So when I got there, I don't really look like a Miami nigga now, but when I got there, I had like a mouthful of gold teeth, all that shit. I done got my shit out now. I've been working on my dental shit. They want me to get braces. Not gonna happen. Huh? I was at Jackson. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My auntie right here, she came and seen me. She came and seen me there. I was there. So anyway, I hit the compound. You know what I'm saying? This my cousin. I always thought his last name was Williams. It's not like I saw his ID. You know what I'm saying? Like that's your big cousin from your childhood. He's like, I'm 40. He's 6, 7 years older than me. So I never seen his ID, never seen his birth certificate. I don't know this nigga last name Jones. The fuck? I'm thinking he's a fucking Williams. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. But anyway, I hit the compound, he walked right up to me. Hey, where you from? I was like, what kind of question is that? You got a crush on me or something? I didn't know he was like that. I didn't know. This was a bad move. I ain't gonna lie. This was a bad move. Cause he was like, yeah, let me see your ID. I was like, yo, what you on, man? You got a crush on me or something? You one of them type of guards?
Fuck that up. You fucked that up.
I said, you got a crush on me or something? He said, oh yeah, I know where you from. You from Miami or Broward County? I said, man, I don't even know where Broward County at, man. I'm from Dade County. I don't know why the fuck I did that, dog. That was the worst thing I ever did.
They gave you hell.
That's the what?
Rob, you ever had a fight in jail, Rob? You was there for 5 years.
You gotta have a fight in jail. That's mandatory.
You had a fight in jail, Rob?
Yeah, you gotta have a fight in jail. That's mandatory. It's mandatory.
I never had a fight in jail. I did county biz. I never went to prison.
You should not. You don't have to fight in the county. You should never have to. Like, if you gotta be pussy to me, I think you gotta be pussy or just start in trouble for nothing to fight in the county.
Yeah, I'm from the town, nigga. Somebody gonna know me.
Miami, right, Miami jail's different. Miami County jail different. You gotta fight the first day you come in there. You gotta fight the first day you come in there.
I didn't come in as a street nigga. I came in. I always knew my lane. I went to jail. I was the nigga who would read your green papers and tell you your charges and what you need to do. Like, yo, my nigga. So niggas kind of respected me, and I had this Q brand on my arm since when I started going to jail. So niggas would always see that brand on my arm and be like, yo, what's that? I'm like, I'm in a frat. I'm the Q. I'm like, oh, you one of them dog niggas stepping and shit, word? So they already had in their mind that I was a smart dude, and then I could rap. I could rap really well. So when it's time to be out in the rec, you know what I'm saying? I hear niggas doing a little something.
I was killing a lot of niggas in there.
Doing my little shit, and I stayed in my lane. I didn't play the TV. I never wanted the remote. You know what I'm saying? I knew certain jail shit, like, don't play the TV.
One thing niggas sleep on in Miami, and you could Google this shit in BBC. I was on the BBC documentary about Miami County jails and shit. But one thing niggas sleep on about Miami and that county jail, that shit do not play. Just to give you like a briefing, when you walk in the jail on your first day, your bunk don't have no mattress. It be a nigga sleeping on 4 mats.
Right.
Be like, yo, where my mat at? Yeah, they be like, yo, where my mat at? You know what I'm saying? And the nigga be like, what size shoe you wear? So that's why niggas be so heavy. Like, if y'all don't notice, King Von getting a lot of flack for, you know, the shit that's going around for him going to PC. See, me, I was in isolation because I had to stay away. Because Miami we got TGK, Starcade, Metro. We got 4 county jails. And what happened, where I was at, the nigga who was telling on me, he came. And when he saw me on the rec yard, he put in a stay away order on me. So I went to isolation, which is an inmate who is a danger to himself and others. You know what I'm saying? King Von checked in on some PC shit. You get that PC shit on your jacket, you can't never live. You can't never live comfortably. Yeah.
So I'll revert back to that because I'm from North, and this is when I was going to jail, when I was stupid, this was a blood city. This was a blood city. All the Crips checked in the PC so they could be with other Crips. It was like a marking territory. All the Crips went to PC because they didn't want to be around Bloods. It wasn't that you was pussy, but you don't want to be the only Crip. Like, this is the craziest shit. I was in the old county doing a stupid bid. Nigga, this little Crip nigga walked in there on a Sunday and he died on a Monday, nigga. The Bloods
I seen niggas get beat to death
so bad. And he wasn't no big nigga. But one thing that matters in jail.
That's a violation though in gangbanging. See the way that you're supposed to check in, if you a gangbanger, you know what I'm saying? And I'm only saying that because I wasn't a gangbanger, but the way my hood was structured, if I went into a cell, had too many overtime niggas or whatever, I would never check in through the guard. I would never go say, hey, I'm in fear for my life. Could you move me? Hey, I'm a homosexual. Could you move me? The way that you officially check in when you a gangster or a street nigga, Sit your bags by the door. Be like, yo, who in here from the 40s? If nobody don't speak up, all right. The first nigga coming out the bathroom like he just woke up, nigga who like to watch the WB all night, when he hit the corner, fresh out his little afternoon slumber, bloop, you die right in his shit. Like Michael Phelps off the into the pool. You die right in that nigga, they gonna move you. And I do that until I get in the right cell.
I remember well, there's a thing. This is why I like one song Jim Jones made. It's called Certified Gangster.
Of course.
And a certified gangster don't mean you certified on the streets. It means that when you walk into that building, I don't care if you catch a parking ticket, your record precedes you. You're going to where the murderers and the killers are. I had a shooting and a lot of aggressive things, beating people with bottles in the head, fucking them up, catching super assault charges. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't no killer. I would have to go to the killer ward. I can't.
But it's not like that. But it's not like that. It's not like that, bro. It's like he said. It's
prison ain't like that.
If you a gangster, like if you part of a gang officially.
No. If you get if you get too many violent charges,
Rikers Island, and you was a Crip, the same thing. You have to get the fuck up out of there. Because them Puerto Ricans, my house was like a Puerto Rican house when I was on Rikers Island. Them Puerto Ricans,
them Latin Kings don't play, boy. 24
hours. The Puerto Ricans, the niggas gonna kill you. If you come in there Crip, you come in there blood, they was gonna kill you. Point blank, no lie. Literally the day I left, the next day when I heard I got the kite, they had a thing because they had some Crips and Bloods coming up in there, and they was like, nah, we gonna run the house. And they were trying to take over the phone and shit. The niggas wasn't having it. You know what I'm saying? The poppies them respected.
That's the part of jail.
You gotta get in my lane. I didn't press for the phone. I ain't do no TV shit. I laid back, minding my business. You know what I'm saying? Read my books.
Oh yeah, I'd have fought for the TV. Listen. I did 10 years. So some places where I go, my record did precede me because my shooting was on the news. But this the thing. Fuck what you got arrested for. What you did in the streets is what make you hot. So what actually made me hot was who I was and who I was affiliated with in the streets. And that's why I didn't go everywhere. Now, when you get into those situations, it's a certain way to handle yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you have to do it the right way. You got to think. When they locked me up, you came and seen me. I was walking through that shit, dreads on the floor, chilling. But in order to get to that, you have to be this. So you have to get out of there a certain way. So I did 4 years at the county. So when they was moving me, and they was like, hey, that's Palmer. Hey, Palmer, where you want to go? So after it became a thing, and they said, Palmer, man, we breaking the cellar. Where you want to go? Because I'm looking, your shit this long. So that means you about to go in this first cell, and I'm going to have to do more paperwork. Just tell me where the fuck you want to go. Because I don't got time for that shit tonight. Okay, sis, send me to the county, man. I want to go on the 5B wing. You get in there, they make everybody take their sneakers off, but they look at your jacket. Palmer, attempted murder, robbery. Fuck it, man. Just leave your shoes on. You got all your stuff? Yeah. I got all my stuff.
And that's one thing I never did in jail. Like, for me, I was always the cool nigga. I'm not I could go to, you got the tier where is this house. We call that, it's a bunch of cells called this house. You can't go in here. You can't go in there. But I knew how to work being intelligent and cool. I could go in there and read niggas' paperwork on different sides of the house. And they be like, yo, college. Hey, college, come in. They used to call me Seton Hall. They be like, hey, Seton Hall. Because I told niggas from my guy, I'm from, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Seton Hall. Come here, Seton Hall. Look at this paperwork. And
tell me, now don't get me wrong. I could say this because it's public record. I done wrote like 4 or 5 pro se motions. I just wrote a pro se motion in civil court right now. I wrote like 4 or 5 motions. You know what I'm saying? So I was that. But on the flip side, now before I went to prison, I wasn't wearing glasses or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So on the flip side, niggas see you walking, our shit got bars. You walk the tier, you walk past bars. So niggas like, yo, smoke. Boy, they about to take you on the wrong end, bro. So when I get in there, niggas looking crazy, whatever. I sit my bag by the door. I'm like, yo, all right, I'm about to get up out of here.
Right.
Because
what was your greatest feeling of pride? And people would never know this. Going to jail in a certain way, right? And when you get received in jail, is a level of pride. Don't go to jail, but it's a level of pride. Like when I walked on the tier one day, right? I was in Caldwell. As soon as I walked on the tier, it was niggas I went to elementary school with, lived in my apartment building, my project. As soon as I walked in, I got muffins, cakes, everything. Like maybe because I went to county jails. Even if I
but you know, it's the other side.
Right,
it's the other side. And the
I
devil.
know how niggas got punked. I know how niggas. I remember walking into the bullpen and I heard a nigga was like, any nigga that got Gore-Texas, I'm taking. Y'all bitch ass niggas. And I'm sitting over there like, I'm eating it a little bit. And then I'm like, yo, let me see who this nigga is. I go to the gate. It's one of my little cousins, Ibn. He like, Black, what you doing in here? I'm like,
Ibn Gordon?
Yes, fucking Ibn from Newark.
Oh yeah. Ibn Gordon. He from 18th Ave.
I've been knowing this nigga since he's my homie, little cut. So it's a difference in going to prison and going to the county. New York is way different. When you go to Rikers, you got every borough in that bitch. You don't give a fuck.
See, I had that.
If you don't got nobody in there with you, if you don't got nobody in there, that's the thing. I had me and my co-defendant. We just happened to be in the same house, so we was kind of like Styles and Jada. Like that's how we looked at it. We was like, we going back to back. Whatever happens, if you wrong, I'm wrong. You in the right, I'm in the right. We going back to back. Whatever happens. So both of us is tall. Both of us is dark skinned niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I was much slimmer at the time, though. You know what I'm saying? So they used to call me Slim. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I stayed out the way. He pretty much stayed out the way. We wasn't at Rikers Island that long. We was only I left him, and then he came like a week later. We went to Green Ulster, and then he went to Green Haven, and I went to Green. But I was in Rikers Island I was in that county for a long time, which was MDC.
Brooklyn, you was in the Brooklyn house?
Nah, MDC, Manhattan Department of Corrections. It was
okay.
Manhattan House, yeah. The Tombs, they called it. They called it the Tombs.
Oh,
it's not there no more. Yeah, but they call it the
Dear
Tombs.
America, I'm a pussy because I bailed out before. I didn't do nothing bad in New York. I just hopped the turnstile with a white bitch, and she went home. I went to jail. But when they start talking that Rikers shit, I turned into a whole pussy. I did not want to be
Rikers ain't no joke, man. Rikers ain't no joke. If you come in there on some rah shit, you think this shit is 60 days in, them niggas will take your head off. They will kill you. Like it's not.
See, but you have to think.
There's nothing to play with.
You know how big Miami is compared to Newark?
Yeah,
Miami is like 5 times the size of Newark.
Right.
Yeah.
I know.
So I had to move around to get to people that I know. And by the time I got to people I know, thank God, you know what I'm saying, I only had one nigga who was on medication. He seen me in the doctor's office, and you know what I'm saying, he took off on me. That was like the only like bad altercation I had. But all that other shit, I handled that shit like a gorilla. Like I walked in the cell the first day and it's like, hey, yo, everybody was asleep. I came in that bitch. They said, you know, bunk 13 low. I remember my bunk 13 low. The nigga who was on top of me, he's still my dog now. I walked in, my shit ain't had no mat. It's metal. So me, really, I'm like, damn. I know somebody in here. That's what you thinking. But Miami is big, bro. I ain't know nobody in that bitch. So I hit the lights. Yo, y'all check this out, man. I need a mat. Nigga like, yeah, I got the mats. Old school nigga in the back. Hey, what size you wear? I'm fresh in. So like
Now,
my
how big was you? Pause. Like, because a lot of people don't realize this. Size matters in jail, right?
No, definitely.
People like
size matter in jail and your
you could
aim.
be.
I know.
It's number one. Number one is your name. Whether you
No,
got the
I
cool
ain't say
name or
name. I said aim because
no,
a lot
no.
of niggas fight and they ain't aiming to hurt. Cause I done seen niggas lose fights, but you see the nigga who they said supposedly won, this shit lumped.
Yo,
So
I've been in jail in my 20s. This is so embarrassing.
But in my
I
real
went
quick,
through.
bro, in my case, one fight changed my life. I had one fight in Green, and that shit changed. Every place I went in Greenhaven, from Greenhaven to when I went to the minimum, my last 2 years, I was Gucci.
Did you fucked
Because
them up?
how I did him, yeah, I did him so dirty. Like I rammed his head. We fought in the bathroom, so I rammed his head in the wall, and then I put his head in the fucking toilet. You know what I'm saying?
oh
So
shit, that's a
them niggas
story.
was like, "Yo, this nigga's a straight killer." Because I was in that mode. Like
You look
we in
like
jail, nigga.
Casanova Uncle. You look like
It's good.
Casanova
You know what I'm
Uncle.
saying? Yo, I met. You know the funny thing, I met Casanova. I should have took a picture. I was with this chick. When I met him, I was driving and I met him. He was shooting a video, and I should have took a picture, but I ain't take it. You know, he in New York.
You
I'm going through
definitely
that
give me
shit.
Casanova vibes. You definitely give me a smart
Yeah, especially with the
Casanova.
face, especially with the facial hair. But yeah,
Yeah.
but yo, let's move on because I got 20 minutes that I'm off here.
All right, let's get it.
I
So
gotta move this shit.
the next topic we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna get to the best one. All right, the best one is navigating. How do you navigate through your relationships as a black man, Rob? You got a woman?
I got one now. Yeah.
Okay. You got a woman, I got a woman.
It's recent. Yeah, it's recent. It's like a month and a
How are
half.
you navigating through ex super hoarder? Because a lot of people don't know. They look at us and they call us, we not the traditional looking
Shamar
dudes,
Moore. Yeah.
Right. Well, get out my fucking head, Rob. Get the fuck out my head, you old motherfucker. Because that's who I was about to say, you motherfucker. Get out my head, yo. We not the
Yeah, dark skinned
Shamar
niggas. We
Moore
always compare
looking niggas.
ourselves. It used to be Genuine and Shamar Moore, but Genuine older now, so.
Yeah, you know what? It's
Shamar
Shamar.
Moore.
He got his shit right. I watch SWAT, nigga. I watch SWAT, nigga. It's one of my favorite shows. But I tell you this. How do you navigate through? Do you tell your woman your past?
Yeah.
Do you really like when you sit in pillow talking after you done bust a nut or you got a little too drunk and y'all comfortable and you tell her about your past? How you navigate through that? Because she's gonna fucking hold that against you. How do you navigate from being a super whore to being a righteous, loving one woman man? How do you navigate that?
The thing is, I went on so 2020 hit, right? I kind of was like, I was on my whole shit, but I was slowing down. You know what I'm saying? I was like slowing down. So when the pandemic hit,
You were still going raw?
yeah, nigga, I was still going raw. Yeah.
You still going raw? Okay.
I'm selective who I go raw with, though. I don't just go raw with everybody.
Yeah, you got
But I definitely go raw. Yeah, I prefer it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so how would you managing? So raw dick and doing that. Go ahead, talk to me.
So basically, but like 2020, I kind of slowed down. You know what I'm saying? Because I was fucking with the chick from Vegas, and we was talking and shit, and we was going back and forth. Then the pandemic hit. Then I was just fucking with her. That shit didn't work or whatever. I came back.
Where was you located? You was in Brooklyn, talking to a girl from Vegas.
I was in the Bronx. I'm back in the Bronx now.
Out of here. You talking to a girl from? All right. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm talking to a girl from Vegas from here. But I do the YouTube shit, the online shit. You know what I'm saying? My inbox be lit, even though I'm not the most cutest dude. But you know what I'm saying? I got some wisdom. There's some chicks that are sapiosexual. I was telling my cousin this the other day. I was like, yo, what you gotta do is get some knowledge if you want to get a baddie.
Hey guys, make a note to that. He said sapiosexual. That's our next conversation next week. Go ahead.
What you gotta do is if you want to all this get 100,000 and 20 cars and shit to get a baddie, just get some knowledge, bro. They're gonna come to you. It ain't nothing. They gonna come to you.
This is brother unpolite.
You know what I'm saying? The baddest, the tightest, and they're gonna make you a vegan juice after. give you some motherfucking salad, you know what I'm saying? Make you a fish dinner with cornbread on the side, all that. You know what I'm saying? Get you some knowledge, you good. But yeah, so with Shorty right now, she's not, well, she's black, but she's Dominican and Puerto Rican. So it's a little different, you know what I'm saying? From what I experienced with, where y'all at? Did my shit go
We right here, nigga.
You can't see us?
Oh.
This nigga fucking around with the eye. I'm gonna shoot this nigga again. Can I shoot him again? Can I shoot him again?
That nigga's disappeared. Yeah, but
nah.
But she cool. Like I was just talking to her. It's funny that you mentioned it because I was just talking to her last week because she had asked me about the whole prison thing. So I just took her through the whole timeline of like 5 years and shit. But she understands. Like she's cool. She messed with a dude from prison before, so it ain't like her first rodeo. She was like with a dude for like 10 years that was in prison.
So you got some
prison. She was like a whole prison wife.
You got a prison lover.
So
you got a PL.
It works out.
PL
you know
smooth.
She
a prison lover.
Yeah, so I don't really like. I really communicate with her, and we like see a lot of things eye to eye. So it's and we talked for months. You know what I'm saying? Before we got together, we talked online and Messenger for months and months and months before we even saw each other. Because she was going through a breakup with somebody else. But when I tried to kick it to her initially, she was breaking up with somebody else. So she would just talk on Instagram. She would always reach out. I would reach back, and we would always talk. She bad, so I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna keep in contact with this one." You know what I'm saying? This ain't a waste of time. I'm gonna wait it out, and I waited it out, and then I like gave up. I was like, "Man, we just gonna be friends." You know what I'm saying? I kind of friend zoned them. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and she just was like kicked it to me one day, and let me know like her real intentions in a very sexual manner, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
You piece of shit.
Like,
stop it, pause, okay. Put a bookmark right there. Put a bookmark right there. Let me put a book.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, hold on to that bookmark. I
got it. I got it. I just made a clip.
All right, so say this.
141.
So I'll go back to what he said with a sexual man, right? One of my homegirls, right? Bad, beautiful. Rob, where you at? You in Brooklyn?
I'm in the Bronx now.
You're in the Bronx. Same shit.
Yeah.
No.
Same.
Worse shit. You live in the Bronx.
Worse shit.
Y'all two niggas live in the worst places. You live in Florida and he live in the Bronx. Piece of Charlemagne, but the craziest people come from y'all town.
Home of the bad BBL.
Bad as hell. She got a super fat ass.
Yeah.
And she was just like
super fat ass.
It's super, nigga. It's disgusting. But at the end of the day, she said the same thing. She was like, yo, I date niggas that's outside and of my realm, you know, location wise, logistically. And she's like, I feel better than dating niggas close because it's different. But it never works out because she has the worst criteria for men. The worst. Rob, if you're looking for a hottie with a body, she make $200,000 a year. She's chocolate. She's beautiful. And you know what she said to me? This bitch is on a dating website because she lives in Princeton. There ain't no niggas out there. She keep going on dates with niggas. She went on a date with a nigga she said was the most beautiful date I ever went on. I tried to give him some pussy. She said, I never seen a man beat his dick so hard to get hard. So she went out on a second date. She said, maybe he was intimidated by my body. He was intimidated because I drive a Porsche. She's like, he was intimidated. So she went out again with the nigga. Nigga dick didn't get hard again. So she was kind. And she said...
Wait. Can I ask one question?
What?
So she's saying the nigga beat his dick and he didn't get hard?
No. Second date. She gave it a second chance. She said, you know what? He checked all my boxes.
Yeah, sometimes
all my boxes, but this. So she gave him a second chance. She said it got worse. He was beating his dick like a slave. Then she paused him and said, yo, is there something healthy? You know, do you have this problem? He got mad. He sent her a video with him with $10,000 in cash. Like, bitch, I get money. Bitch, I get money.
That's what happened when you call a nigga, I'll knock your ass out.
Rappers got him
Yeah,
fucked up.
yeah,
The rappers
yeah,
fucked him the
nigga, but
fuck
I'm
up.
rich.
Right. He got cloned. Yeah, that's that academic shit. You know what I'm saying?
And what I
call you a
said to
lame,
her,
but I'm rich
said,
though. Yeah, you just a rich
any
lame nigga.
First thing I said, any nigga that keep $10,000 worth of cash at 45
right.
is a clown. If
and
you got $10,000, and I said, number two, if he Mr. Amazing, she was like he was handsome, body, everything, and you're on a dating app, there's a problem. Rob, are you on a dating app?
No, I've retired from date, but POF though. Shout out to POF.
Right, and it was free. They met each other on Match, which means you had to pay. I said any nigga on a paid website and he got money, he handsome, he dress, he take women on great dates. If he's on a dating website, he has to pay. There is a problem.
He got issues, yeah.
Any nigga that he goes through this every time. That's why he got $10,000 in his house, so he can pull it out when a bitch say your dick don't work.
Yeah.
And this is my sister. I said, give Mr. Softy another try. She said, I ain't with none of that goofy shit. She said she met another nigga.
Gotta put that 10K in Tesla so fast, boy.
Nigga. She met another nigga.
That's his best bet.
And she said, they was talking.
By next year, that should be 20K.
And she said, send me a dick picture. Number one, I said, that's where you fucked up. I said, you can't find love, true love, looking for sexual thing. I was addicted to big booty bitches.
But if she got a big ass, not to interrupt or interject, but if she got a big ass, she probably needs a nigga with a big dick, though. If her ass is like that.
Hear me out. Let me tell you. That's what she said.
Yeah.
So she met another nigga online. And she was like, I like him. We're going out. He sent her a dick picture. She was like, this is not the type of dick I'm used to. And I said, she said, I want some heavy dick. I want some thick dick. And I said, that's why you're not happy. I said, when you forego looking at people as physical objects, you will find happiness. When you forego, I like fat asses, nigga, big booty bitches with an arch in their back. Where did that get me in life?
Right.
Chasing, single, tricking, doing dumb shit. And I ain't saying tricking, buying pussy, going out on dates where the bitch that's showing me no level of reciprocity, where a bitch ain't even trying to pay a tip. She not even pulling out a card. She ain't even, you know what I'm saying? But then when I got in my mind and I said, let me deal with morality, when I deal with education, when I deal with coolness, likability, coachability. Me and my woman, when we first started fucking around, every morning I would text her, what's the day's mathematics? 5 months later, she told me I was cheating. I didn't know. She said I had an app that gave it to me, but now I know it off the...
Shout out to her. Shout out to her being creative.
She was working. But she was working with the God. You feel what I'm saying? She was working with the God. When you deal with women or people on a sexual level, you will, or think of people as objects, you never gonna find what the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Now, we've had the baddest and the worst. Did you have to forego sexuality things, sexual shit, to get to this place of happiness you are with your woman?
Yeah. I wasn't fucking with nobody for, like, basically the whole year. Like, I had maintenance. You know, I had a couple maintenance girls. I call them maintenance girls. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Come in,
maintenance girl.
You know, town or whatever.
That's new for you, too. I ain't want to say that because I was trying to act like that's the usual word. Okay, yeah. That's a new word. Okay,
serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, I gotta bust a nut. I don't like these semen retention niggas. You know, I'm in a spiritual shit, but the semen, I can't do that shit for too long. I get mad.
Hey, man, we got to come back and talk about that. I ain't going to throw us off, but what the fuck? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, look, them niggas be talking about that shit and the spiritual, metaphysical shit. I'd be like, yo, I tried it. I tried it for 60 days, nigga. That like 45 days. I was ready to fuck something up.
And I think that's the breaking point with us.
Not for me. Yeah.
Because we've been in hypersexual relationships where it started off sexual before it started off spiritual. And I ain't talking about praying with a bitch and nothing like that. But our spirits are aligned. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't
you
even
gotta want to be around her.
Like
you gotta want to be around a girl, and she gotta make you feel comfortable. She gotta make you feel like a man. You know what I'm saying? Like this chick that I'm with now, like if she come over, she'll just rub my back. Like I'll be watching TV or whatever, we be watching a movie. She'll just come by and just start rubbing my back. You know what I'm saying? Start brushing my hair, doing crazy shit. You know what I'm saying?
My girl texted me something yesterday because I asked her a question about her ex-marriages. I asked her things about her ex-marriage before. And babe, don't get mad at me, but I thought this was the most profound shit a woman said. She said, in this text last night, she said to me, she said, once she got divorced, she didn't want to be with niggas and nothing like that. But she did deal with niggas after that. And I said, what made you deal with people after? And she said, my belief is that people are social and we are meant to be in relationships. We have to learn how to be together. We're not meant to be alone. I found that it was important to be around someone I liked and enjoyed being with. Someone that allowed me to be myself and I allowed them to be their self and who respects you for being you. Then I could fall in love. And that was profound.
Salute to
it was so profound. It's like, and I'm going to wrap it up in 2 minutes, is that at this stage that most people are in our lives, who allows you to fall in love? Do you understand that? It's like, sometimes it's so much dissonance and work to fall in fucking love. You got your shit, I got my shit. How the fuck are we going to get that shit and fall in love? And put all that bullshit that happens.
Some people don't love themselves, so you can't really fall in love with somebody else until you really love yourself. Like even your quirky shit, you know what I'm saying? Like you drink, you know, Brooke. A girl that fuck with you gotta know Brooke gonna be drinking. You know what I'm saying? She gotta be
watch your mouth, yo. Watch your mouth, nigga. She gotta watch your mouth, yo. Yo. You know, I'm about to hit him with the button.
White girl wasted. On this motherfucking internet. No, but I'm talking shit, but I'm serious. Like shit like that.
But
I like anime.
I can be with a woman that didn't know I like to partake in libation.
A bitch look at me, she don't think I like anime. Like these hood chicks, they think, what the fuck, this shit corny. You watching cartoons and shit? Nigga, you over 40, what the fuck?
You Baki.
You gotta be comfortable with that shit.
Motherfucker. You be watching Baki.
One Punch, Baki, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be comfortable.
I ain't gonna lie, my daughter watch that shit. I'll be like, I'm out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta know somebody that fucks with you for you, and you gotta be you. Like a lot of people go into relationships and they not them. They putting on, and eventually that shit gonna fall apart. Over time, motherfucker gonna get to know the real you. Yeah, you got the money. Yeah, you can have the jewels. Yeah, you can have the car, the house. But a bitch is gonna see through all that. And one thing about a woman, she gonna test.
Eventually,
she gonna test your gangster. She gonna test to see if you're official. Because she
eventually that's gonna happen.
She coming from an internal space. So all that shit's gonna attract her. You might get the pussy. Once you move into a relationship or more time with her, she gonna uncover who the real you is. So the best bet is just to be the real you, and she like it, she like it. If she don't, she don't. There ain't no lack of women out here. There's no lack of men. There's just lack of people being authentic to me. And then they getting into fake relationships for fake reasons and get fake outcomes, and then they want to blame a motherfucker for the shit they got. But shit plus shit is only gonna equal to more shit.
Well, I tell you this, man. We at $140 right now. We got 2 minutes left. I want to thank my guest and potential partner as well, because this was an audition, motherfucker. You didn't know it, but it's an audition.
What's the pay, man? Shit, I ain't cheap.
This is an audition, but not to sound that way, but the level of enlightenment that you brought to this conversation, the levity, I want to thank you. You are a guest in this house of G.A.M.E. We are here. If the situation didn't happen yesterday, we are normally here, and you guys know, live Tuesday nights on Facebook. It might come out on a Thursday on YouTube, but this is about elevation. This is about understanding. And sometimes, you know what I mean? Me and my brother right here, yo, we talk our shit, but it's sometimes good to bring in another being that is on a different platform, but the same platform. So I tell y'all this, man. Y'all gonna see, and I call this nigga Blade Brown. This black ass nigga right here, Blade. You know what I'm saying? AKA Rob. You know what I'm saying? It's my nigga. And the reason why we've been niggas is because we've been niggas, but we've elevated to black men. And we share commonalities. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know
we curse each other out, but it's always love. You know what I'm saying?
And it's been amazing. And Rob, I'm gonna tell you this. You're in the group chat. It'll be Tuesdays. It'll be normally we go on at what time?
Well, we've been going on at 7.
No,
what?
We ain't.
We used to go on at 10. 10. Nigga. We can't be going on at 10 on a Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work for the guys.
So check this out.
I'll tell you that.
I'm gonna alter my workout schedule because I'm an addict to working out. So we can bring you the game in this format, where it's 3 intellectual brothers from 3 different backgrounds, bringing you 3 different perspectives. So once again, my name is Brook Acosta, aka Eat It From the Back. Take the condom off while you're not looking. No, that's a joke. Y'all know I'm a comedian. I'm a terrible nigga.
The words of Brook Acosta, I am not associated with in any shape, form.
AKA, and I have my co-host, the prison Shakespeare, the Shakespeare prison, AKA gas mask. And also, you know what I'm saying, I have, motherfucking Blade. So if y'all interested, drop down in the comments, talk about his performance. We don't give a fuck. He's going to be back. And this is how we're going to motivate this shit. I'm Brook Acosta. That's Rob. That's Gas. This is the game, baby. And y'all know what it is. Peace, like, subscribe.
Got a shout out New Jersey. Y'all won't get the Nets back.
Get the fuck out of here. We didn't want them niggas when they was dead. $2 ticket playing motherfucker.
Nobody used to go to that shit. Nobody.
Nobody.
I remember I went to a Nets game in Jersey. That shit was dead.
That shit was dead, man. That was like
Jason Kidd and them was there too. That shit was dead as a motherfucker.
That was just a basketball funeral, nigga.
Yeah. That stadium's out the way though. That y'all.
And out the way, and low key, I'm gonna end it with this. Nas the greatest rapper to ever live, nigga. Fuck you, country ass nigga. We out.
Peace.